All right, back out on trail. Hopefully. I'm back at the Louisville swamp, kind of in Shakopee, kind of by my apartment, about 20 minutes away. And I came here in the spring. It was to go to an 1880's homestead. And instead, I couldn't make it to the one I wanted to because the bridge or the way there was flooded out. So there is a back way to it, and that's where I'm coming today. Except today there's a possibility of another crossing being flooded out, but we're gonna find out if I get there. And if you're watching this video, I probably did, that means, because there's nothing else along this little short path that's to the flooded area to see or to highlight or anything. So I mean, I guess I could have sent my drone up from the parking lot, but I'm pretty confident, even though with all the rain we've gotten, it's not too bad around here. Like, as you can see right here, you know, nothing's too deep, too flooded out. And I did see another truck in the parking trailhead area where I parked. So, and I haven't seen the person coming back. So I would imagine it's okay. On this trail on the way to the 1880's homestead, though, there is a kind of a small highlight. This whole little trailhead area is called the Louisville boulder parking area, because there is a big giant boulder, you know, probably a glacial erratic is what it is, way out here in Louisville. And people do rock climbing on it and stuff like that. There's groups that come out and rock climb on this thing. So I will show that when I go past it, but until then, have never taken this path before in this trail, so we're gonna find out together. And actually, here's a beautiful little river. Bridge built in 1995. Gorgeous. So, like I said, I'm gonna take this trail to the 1880's homestead, and hopefully we make it there. This is the area I was worried that was going to be flooded out, because on my old video, when I've done the whole trail, the loop around, I came from that way. And this area right here, as you can see, is pretty low between this area and this watery area. And a lot of times this is flooded out. Who knows, maybe the path that was flooded out in the spring is open right now, but we've had so much rain this year that I just don't believe that it's going to be. Well, there she is. I'll go stand next to her so you can kind of see how big she really is. Well, there she be. But there's actually two ways to go on the trail right here. So I'm gonna check my maps real quick. I could go that way, or I can go that way. And I'm kind of wishing I would have brought my leggings for my pants like I usually do, because it's pretty overgrown and high weeds back here. I didn't think it'd be this high of vegetation to walk through. But like I said, I'm gonna check my maps and get going. All right, I'm taking the path that I know there's not a possible water crossing where there might be water over the trail. So I've taken this way before, even though it was not this overgrown at all. But I know this way is kind of right off to the side right here. It's kind of hard to tell. So off to the side right there is the main Louisville swamp area. I just saw a crane fly by. And so I know down there is all the wetland. You're kind of a little up on the hill right here. So I know that this trail isn't gonna have a low spot. But over that way, there was a couple spots where I wasn't for sure. And when I sent my drone up, I couldn't tell from the air because of all the vegetation if those spots were flooded out or not. So, all right, here's a spot I can show you where the swamp is kind of off to the right of the trail here. This is a cool little spot. You can almost, it's flat and open. You could tent camp right here. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, see, this is kind of what I was talking about though. It's kind of down here. Oh, would you look at that? Now, as far as I am aware, this trail slash road that I'm on is actually the old Homestead road that you would take out to this homestead back in the late 1800s. So that's pretty cool to know that you're kind of just walking the road that some people, a family, took this road all the time. You know, they kind of their way in and out of their home, going to town or something. You know what I mean? And I'm sure at that time, nothing out here in the middle of nowhere. So it's kind of cool to know you're in an area on a road that is, gosh, well over 120, 130 years old. And to the people who, anybody watching from overseas, which I tend to get a lot of viewers from overseas. If you're watching and you're from overseas, let me know down in the comments. But for people overseas, you know, 1880s, 1890s, this ain't nothing. Look at this view I got right here. But yeah, the people overseas, 1880s, 1890s, that's nothing to them, you know. But for over here in America, that's pretty old. And like I said, I've just got a gorgeous view next to me right here. And a lot of stone on the ground that you walk over, that the driveway is actually on. So it is a very stony area. We should be to the homestead, I would guess. I don't know, pretty soon here. I'll have to check my maps, but this is a super long trail. I don't know the mileage, but it's about, I think, 45 minutes to an hour walk from trailhead to get there. I can confirm on the bottom of the screen, looking at my video and everything when I get back and get all editing out and everything. So, but yeah, just a gorgeous little trail slash old road. Takes you to an old homestead. This is probably one of the last remaining signs for this place. All the other ones are completely gone. They've been gone forever, but all locked up. Can't go inside this one. But pretty darn cool. Okay, so this place is way more overgrown than what it was when I was here last time, which obviously was the spring. But so recommendations on coming here is definitely spring, otherwise you're waist deep in this stuff. So I'm gonna hang out for a little bit, not too terribly long. There's nowhere to hang out. Everything is just completely overgrown. I can hang out right here in this middle of this field where the grass is, for whatever reason, is down. But oh yeah, it's beautiful, but very overgrown this time of year. So the trail does go down further down that way, and that's the way I thought I was going to come looping around from. But like I said, I don't know. Looking out over there, that's the water crossing I was trying to get to from my last video, and I can tell just by looking right here. And I'm going to send a drone up, but it does not look at all like the water is low out there. So we'll go check that out now, actually. Oh yeah, you can tell the water is still extremely high from what it usually is. So yeah, there's no water crossing at all out there. You can kind of tell, if I can zoom in, right where those cinder block things are, those cinder blocks, that is where the trail crossing is. And then the trail just kind of goes up through over there. But as you can tell, not happening. All right, so you've seen it now, the Jabs family homestead from the late 1800s that is still standing today. And this is, like I said on my old video, with the other homestead across the swamp. This kind of stuff is amazing to me, to think that some guy probably built all this by hand, or him and his friends, or some people that helped him, and or who knows, maybe by himself or herself, him and his wife, who knows. Point being, it's lasted this long and they've been gone this long. And that to me is crazy, that it can be here after this long and that it gets turned into a bike trail, hiking trail, you know, a place that people come to kind of get away into nature, and it's no longer being used, basically, you know. And it really makes me always think to myself too, how much longer is it going to be here? How much longer can this hold up, you know, with being out here in the elements? But it is getting darker, as you can tell, so I gotta get going. It's gonna rain today. The whole reason I didn't go camping or hiking anywhere up north was because it's just gonna pour down rain tonight and tomorrow and everywhere in Minnesota pretty much. So this was pretty much my only chance to get out into nature for this weekend. So it was close to the home, and it's a place I haven't been to in a long time. And I will put a video of my original hike out here down in the description so you can watch that video too. That was a beautiful day, beautiful spring day, no overgrowth. There's actually a fire pit inside inside over there that you can't see right now. It's completely overgrown, but there was no overgrowth at all, and it was beautiful. And I even got to do the water crossing out there that crossed the Louisville swamp because the water was low enough. So check that video out. That was a pretty good video. I like that video of this place, but this was coming in from a different direction, this video, and like I said, I haven't been here in a long time. So, well, that's gonna wrap it up then for this little quick trip that I threw together today. Like I said, I had to get out. Hope you enjoyed this, because I enjoy getting out little trips like this too, when you only have a little small window in the weekend where it's not going to rain and you catch it for something beautiful like this. So hopefully next weekend, hiking, camping somewhere up north. See you on the next one.